we're going to check these 3 juicers. This is a TUUMIIST, a Godspeed, and a Laudlife. And we're going to see if they make sorbets. I'm going to do a review today on 3 juicers. I've got this Laudlife juicer here, and then I have a Godspeed juicer and a TUUMIIST juicer. And I'm just comparing right now. This is the grinding auger for the Laudlife. That's the grinding auger for the Godspeed juicer. And this is the auger for the TUUMIIST juicer. So you can see they're different shapes. Now, these two have the big spike on the top, but the TUUMIIST actually has an extra blade inside the top, and I'll show you that when we get to it. So I'm going to show you how to assemble this one. Pretty simple. You just take that and it slides in there. You just slide that, give it a little twist and push down to make sure it's seated all the way. Now this one does have a metal strainer area here, which the others don't, but that's quite nice. Now there is a lock on the back here, so you got to get this handle towards the back, and then you just turn it and it locks in. And then you can pop the lid shut and it's ready to go. Now it does come with 2 cups. They're quite large, quite deep. So that's pretty nice. So this next one, this is the Godspeed. And to put it together, you just simply slide that in. It goes down. Auger, you push it in and you push down, give a little bit of a twist, and there it goes. It pops right down. Now this has a 2-part strainer area that's more plastic, and it just slides right on. Now it also has this area at the back. I'm just going to lift that up for a minute again. There we go. And this is the latch, so you just turn that around. Once you close this lid, that one won't open. It's locked in place. Now this is the on button for this. It has 1 speed. It goes on when you push up and reverse. This other one has 1 speed as well. It's a dial button on the back, and it's on and reverse. And both come with this style of pusher. And then we have the TUUMIIST one here. Now this is a little different design. It has this, well, first we got to put this in. And then it has the strainer that just sits in, and the auger just pushes in. Now I'm going to show you. Oh, it has a pusher too. That's the extra blade, and I think that's why the TUUMIIST is shorter. This blade is actually fastened to this basket, but it still goes on this auger and spins with it. So, and it does also have a lock. So you can see right here, there's the arrow, the unlocked, you push it on, you give it a twist, and it locks in. So that's them. Now this TUUMIIST has large cups to catch your pulp, or your, not the pulp, but to catch the juice and the pulp. Today, I'm not going to make juice. I'm going to make sorbets. So the TUUMIIST says in its instructions it will make a sorbet. I'm going to find out if these two will make sorbets. So let's get these plugged in. So I'm going to load these up with some frozen fruit, and we'll see what we get. We're going to start the first one on this end, and I'm just going to run all three at the same time. I guess I better plug that one in. As you can see, they're all handling the frozen fruit without a problem. This one I'm going to just let it feed into a bowl because it's going over. That one as well. I'm going to just shift this one around and try to get it to fall in there a little bit. Okay, I'm going to just run that in reverse for a second. So the TUUMIIST is still going. I'd say the other two are done. They've stopped pushing anything out. Well, I would say, well, now the TUUMIIST is done as well. So I'm going to grab a spoon here real quick. I'm just going to pull some of that out. Now, if you want a healthy treat, I mean, with no sugar added or anything, frozen fruit. That's fantastic. Wow. I'm going to try this one here. They should all taste the same. It's all the same fruit. That is good. Let's try this one. The Laudlife put it out in very long, continuous strips. I mean, it filled this container, and I had to go to a bowl. And the Godspeed, it came out in smaller chunks, but it still filled the bowl. I had to get a different container. Now, the container for the TUUMIIST is big enough, and it mostly came out in a solid long strip. So that's incredible. I mean, they chewed through this frozen fruit like it was nothing, all of them. And I think it's great. So I'm going to start over here cleaning this one. And I don't want to throw any of this away because, I mean, this is all just ground up fruit. So I'm just going to turn that off. Lift that up. Now there's a bit left in there. I'm going to set that off to the side for a sec. And I'm just going to scoop a bit of this out. Now this has been mostly ground up. If you look, I mean, those are mostly ground up. They're not real. There's a couple little chunks, but for the most part, that's all ground up. And that's really all that was left in the bowl. Now, in here, we're just going to pull that up so we can get that to pop out. There we go. So there's a tiny bit in here, but it's not a lot. But like I said, there's no use in throwing it away. You might as well just clean it into a bowl and you can eat it. I mean, it's exactly what you got coming out anyways. So I think that's really nice that anything left over is basically edible. So we're just going to scoop this out. Then I'm going to get this done. And I think I'm going to just call a couple of family members and they can come and enjoy eating that. So that's pretty nice. That was not much left in the machine at all, really. I'm going to check this one now. I don't imagine it has much left in it either. You got to pop that up and then that just lifts up. Now again, this has all been already ground into your sorbet. You just clean around there. A little bit in the top, but not much. So I'm just going to hand this off and it can get washed. I'm going to pull this. Oh, maybe I'll just lift this whole thing out. Unplug them. That was a little more difficult than I'm used to, but all right. Now that just slides up. So that's just held in there because of the pressure. So in here, so that's essentially it, like a spoonful. And there's nothing left. So that really does get most of it out. So now we'll just unlock this like that. And we're going to bring that over here. Now this one looks like it might have a little bit more, but again, it's not all that much, I don't think. And of course, if you only had one of these and you were doing this for a family, well, you just keep adding the fruit. So in the end, you would not have that much. Now, let's see, just pull that out. Get a little sticky here. That's okay. So again, that's really not much. This one maybe had 2 spoonfuls, and that's it. So essentially, I got 1 bowl out of cleaning 3 machines. And that's not all that much. And you know what? It's going to be just as good as all the rest. Yep. Fantastic. I think they all work great for doing sorbets. So if that's what you're into, I highly recommend. And I've juiced with all of them, and all of them juice fantastically. I mean, these 3 juicers, the TUUMIIST, the Godspeed, and the Laudlife, all work great. And it's a great way to have a evening snack that's all fruit. I mean, that's hard to go wrong with. I think they're great. It all tastes fantastic. That was a mix of fruit, and I really enjoyed it. I like them all. Hope this video helps. Have a great day.